Good. So, hello everybody, and welcome to today's soft skills webinar, which is the last one of our online trainings. We have a lot in front of us today, so let's go right away and to today's agenda. So today the topic is soft skills. Soft skills is essentially people's abilities to communicate and to work well together. We have 4 sessions today. First, we will go through with you the elevator pitch, which is a special type of communication. We will watch and listen to some examples of pitches, and later you will practice your own elevator pitch with your team in breakout groups. Then we will have a visioning exercise. And lastly, we will go through with you the student reflection document. So let's dive a little into the topic of soft skills. Can change the slide. Christoph, please, can you change the slide, please? Thanks. So we all have numerous hard skills that we've worked on for years. We speak English, we have a degree, we know how to use our keyboard, and we know how to use laboratory and computer equipment. And most of us don't give the same attention to our soft skills. We may think we already know how to communicate, we believe we are flexible, or we think flexibility is not important. And we likely think that we are born leaders. We all network, we have hundreds of friends on Facebook, and we probably wish we had more time, but few of us actively work on time management skills. Several studies have shown that employers want employees that have good soft skills. This figure here in front of you shows the relative importance of several soft skills for employers of food scientists and technologists. The important point here is that communication is the most valued skill and is more valued as a food scientist moves up the career with more responsibility. And on the graph here, you see the responsibility level of food science technologists and the significance and importance of communication for this group of professionals. You can change the slide, thanks. So today we'll work on a special type of communication, which is called the elevator pitch, which you may have heard of. This is a quick speech which tells the main idea and generates interest, hopefully. Quick really means quick, no more than 90 seconds. So let's first watch one kind of elevator pitch.
In 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America, and in 1607, the English established their first permanent colony in the New World at Jamestown, Virginia. Taking these 2 key dates as my start and end points, my research essentially traces the processes by which the English firstly learned of the new lands across the Atlantic, and then how they applied this new knowledge to their own colonial enterprise. As you can probably imagine, these processes are often very varied and difficult to trace, because Englishmen and women utilise the image of America both consciously and unconsciously, for commercial gain and as a subconscious means of expressing their own specific cultural anxieties. For example, an Indigenous American could be perceived as barbarous and in dire need of English help and evangelisation, and thus as a justification for conquest and colonisation. But they could equally be seen as the pure, innocent alternative to the corruption and decadence of 16th century England. Paradoxically then, Amerindians could be both savage and civilised. Because of these complexities and their seeming contradictions, I think that understanding the English reaction to America in the 16th century is crucial to understanding the development of English imperialism in the New World from the 17th century onwards.
Right. So this was an example of an elevator pitch that distills ideas to a very simple and clear point. The lady goes up in a New York skyscraper, and it takes no more than 90 seconds. And that's what we will be hearing now from Catherine also.
Yeah, so I have been working on my elevator pitch about my PhD project, and I finished my PhD project 20 years ago. And I have been often stumped when people say to me, "What was your PhD about?" How do I answer that? So in the past year, I have been working on this elevator pitch, and I have tried to get it down to 1 minute, and here it goes. For my PhD, I studied cells in the hypothalamus, which regulate sexual development by producing the neurohormone GnRH. These cells, in both sexes and throughout life, displayed the NMDA receptor for the excitatory neurotransmitter glutamate. This receptor, however, was not stagnant. The number of cells with the NMDA receptor was highest in pubescent and mature females, double that in other groups. And glutamate binding to the receptor was highest in pubescent females, 5 times more than in other groups. And finally, blocking the NMDA receptor delayed puberty only in females, and it limited their growth. This system of the hypothalamus regulating sexual development is the same in all mammals and in some other animals, including the platyfish, which I studied. My project suggested that regulation of sexual development may be influenced above the hypothalamus and that it may differ in males and females. How was that? 1 minute and 6 seconds. So now you heard 2 different elevator pitches. One, come back here, one from a social science student for 90 seconds talking about, in quite some detail about her project, and one from a hard science, my PhD is in physiology, of 1 minute talking about my project. Christoph, can you change the slide, please? And now we're going to spend the rest of the session working on your elevator pitch. And what I'd like to do here is lead you through this guided visioning exercise. So please be sure your microphone is turned off. And if you want your webcam to stay on, that's fine. And make sure that you have either a pen and a blank paper next to you, or that you have a document in Word that is blank and open on your screen. So we will spend now the next 20 minutes or so of the meeting working on your elevator pitch for valorizing food biodiversity, your project. This exercise can be done in the way that is best for you. That is, you can follow my instructions exactly, and that would be great. But also, if you would like to be an observer, that is fine. However, if you participate and you give your full attention and your full effort into this exercise, you will likely have a better result. Some of you may have done exercises like this in the past, and for others, this may be a brand new and kind of strange experience. So we start the guided visioning with a short relaxation. We're all very busy. We have days that are full, and our minds, they are crowded with thoughts. And research has shown that when we are relaxed, we have a better focus. To relax your body and your mind, I ask you now to take your hands off of your computer and gently rub them together. Go ahead, Line and Christoph. Gently rub your hands together. And now put them on your face and give yourself a little face rub. Now put your hands on your legs and gently close your eyes or lower them, or focus on a spot that is far away from you. Do not cross your arms or your legs. Notice now your breath as it goes in and out, but without trying to change it in any way. Throughout this exercise, you should listen carefully to my voice and to what I say. Bring your focus now to your feet. Feel your toes. Squeeze your toes tightly together and then feel them relax and let go. Move your focus now up to your lower legs and try to tighten only your calf muscles. And now, let them relax. Now notice your thighs and the muscles behind your legs as you tighten these two groups of large muscles. And now, feel your upper legs relax. Move your attention to your sit bones and your pelvis. Notice how you are sitting, and perhaps adjust your posture. And take a few deep breaths into your belly and feel the air moving into and out of your body. Now feel your chest. Notice your heart and notice your lungs as you breathe quietly, filling and emptying your chest with warm and gentle air. Now move your attention to your hands and your fingers and let any tension that might be there flow out the tips of your fingers. Feel your arms and then your shoulders relax. Your shoulders move down away from your ears. Send your breath down your arms to your fingertips and feel when you exhale the energy come back up to your shoulders and through your body. Now notice your neck and your skull. Feel a gentle wave roll up the back of your neck and over your skull and forward to your face. Let any tension leave your face now as your forehead relaxes. Let your eyelids relax and your jaw. Stay there right now, right here, in your body, and breathe. Good. Leave the mental chatter beyond. Feel a gentle flow of energy relaxing your brain, your face, your neck, your throat, and your entire body. Now, I ask you to imagine that you can travel into the future. I will give you specific suggestions and instructions. As much as possible, visualize what you hear in a clear, vivid, and detailed way. Try to put yourself in the scene as completely as you can. You are going fast forward now. Imagine the calendar on your computer moving quickly ahead. February, March, April. Now summer 2021 has come and gone. It's autumn, and then it's the new year. Happy 2022. And now it's April 2022. You have arrived in Brussels for the Next Food Project final meeting. You were invited because your team won the Valorizing Food Biodiversity competition. See yourself in Brussels. Imagine the Grand Place, the Mannequin Pis, the centre-ville of Brussels. Now, you enter the conference center where the meeting is being held. Look down at your clothes and your shoes. You are dressed well, you're very professional, you feel confident. Imagine exactly what you are wearing. Now, you go to the registration desk and you pick up your name badge. You state your name, and as the attendant hands you your badge, the person next to you says, "Hello, I'm the head of the conference scientific committee, and I recognize your name. You're the winner of the Food Factory-4-Us Valorizing Food Biodiversity competition. I am so pleased to meet you. I haven't had the chance to read about your winning project. Please, can you tell me what your project is about?" Listen to yourself now as you introduce the problem that your project is addressing. Hear yourself talking. Hear the words that come out of your mouth as you talk about your project in valorizing food biodiversity. Continue listening to yourself as you explain to the head of the conference science committee the key points of your project and the impact your project will have. And now, gently open your eyes, but stay in April of 2022. Do not speak. And take your paper and your pen, or put your hands on your keyboard, and in some bullet points, write down what you said to the head of the scientific committee. What is important about the problem your project is addressing, and how will you solve this problem? We will take 3 minutes now in silence while each person writes down what they said in Brussels in April 2022. Okay, so we come back to the reality of January 2021. And I hope that some of you anyway, found this visioning to be interesting, useful exercise. You know, it is in fact taken from the world of sport, where athletes are asked to vision in this way themselves winning a competition. Personally, I find it very useful for myself. So now we will go from individual time in our minds into breakout groups. And in the breakout groups, you will be with your team and you will prepare the elevator pitch for your project. So you will have 16 minutes, and this is a similar setup of what we did last week, or last time, but with a different goal. And in the 16 minutes with your team, we suggest that you take the first minute or the first time to assign the roles. Someone is facilitator, someone is timekeeper, someone is presenter. And then you take about 10 minutes where the facilitator makes sure that each member of the team tells what they wrote down in this 3 minutes of silence, what they see as the key points of the project. And then we say take about 5 more minutes where the facilitator leads and the presenter writes down what your elevator pitch is. It may seem like I was saying my elevator pitch and the same for the woman talking about the Amerindians, but I assure you it is written down. So you will write every word you say. And then I think the timekeeper should be sure that there's enough time to practice at least once in your group and time your elevator pitch. The girl in the elevator was 90 seconds. I was 1 minute and 4 seconds. And you can aim to be 30 seconds if you like. Usually an elevator pitch is between 30 and 90 seconds. While you are doing this, you should remember that you are practicing the competence of participation. And in this competence of participation, Christoph, can you click me here, please? Yeah, in this competence of participation, you want to be attentive that when you are not talking, you are listening completely to what your teammate members say. You're not thinking of a response. You are open and willing to be influenced. Maybe they think something else is important than what you think. And overall, you are curious and you want to learn from the others. Remember that your elevator pitch is not an exam. It does not count towards your final evaluation. Me and Lene and Christoph and the other team members, the other teams and team members are here to learn with you. We are not here to judge you. So there is no stress. You are making the first draft, I think, of your elevator pitch. And remember, it takes a long time to make it perfect. And the winning team will have until April of 2022 to make their elevator pitch perfect. So this is a time to just get started on your elevator pitch. So I think we are ready now to let the groups begin. So Christoph, we have 9 breakout groups, right? And everyone will go to the group of their team. You should see the break, right?
Sorry, perhaps Christoph can share this slide in the chat also.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay, right. We will put this slide in the chat box so you can look at it while you're in the breakout groups.
Yeah, so I wait till everybody's in a breakout group and then I will.
Okay.
Then, or.
Is everyone back?
Coming back now.
They're coming back. Okay, great.
Everybody's back.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, I think everyone is back now.
Hello, it's Christina, and where we can find the link to Padlet, because I'm not able to reach.
We're going to give it to you in just a moment.
Okay, thank you.
I will copy
Sure.
it into the chat box.
Yep,
in a
we're going to
second.
put it in the chat.
Thank
It's part of the next and last part of today's session, where, of course, we want to hear some of your elevator pitches. So we will ask now for some teams to volunteer to do their elevator pitch. And while the rest of us are listening to the elevator pitch, we will open this Padlet. And in the Padlet that Christoph just put in the chat, you see the names of all the teams, and we will make a comment about the elevator pitch we hear. And we should say for sure one thing that is positive, that is something that we like, that we would want to imitate in our own elevator pitch. And also say one thing that is constructive, something we think that this team can work on. And remember, the elevator pitch comments are about communication. They are not about the scientific aspect of the project. So we are ready to listen. Is there a team that would like to volunteer to share their elevator pitch with us?
Okay, team 2, we are ready.
Super. Turn on your camera.
Okay.
Please.
Lost crops of Africa.
Okay, lost crops of Africa. We are excited. So everyone sees the Padlet. And of course, to comment, you must open the Padlet in your own screen, right?
Okay.
And lost crops of Africa.
Yeah.
We are setting the timer and we are listening to you.
Can I start?
Go and start, yes.
Okay, our project seeks to talk about the disrupting the non-dairy milk industry in South Africa. The dairy milk industry in South Africa. So our project actually seeks to address the cost of dairy and non-dairy alternatives for milk. So we are saying that the cost of producing and importation of milk alternative like soybean is very expensive and non-affordable for the locals. We have identified a local and indigenous crop in South Africa that can meet that need in form of marama bean. Marama bean was chosen because, number one, it is drought tolerant, inexpensive to cultivate, and then it is rich in protein and basic minerals needed around. Also, it is grown by local and peasant farmers in South Africa, and thus contributes to the bioeconomy of South Africa, and if it is judiciously used. So recent literatures have found that it is actually beneficial in the production of milk products. And so we are saying that South African government should invest judiciously in the production of these crops so that local farmers can benefit from the economy of selling from the nutritional standpoint, and then to reduce the cost of importation of milk alternatives like soybean from other countries of the world. In this wise, we are able to produce South African local milk from indigenous product that meets every need and that is nutritious. Also, we are able to produce novel food products in the production of foods like yogurt, of ice creams.
Okay,
and
90 seconds is up.
Analogs. Thank you very much.
That was excellent. Me and Eline made some comments in the Padlet. Our names show up, but for everyone else, there is no name. You are anonymous. So please give some feedback now to Toyosi and the Lost Crops of Africa. Remember, say something that you liked and something you think that they can work on for improving. Good. Good. I see lots of positive feedback. Let's put some things for Toyosi to work on to improve. It's tough because he was really good.
I'm sorry, how to change your name from anonymous?
You have to log into Padlet, but you don't have to. In fact, we'd like you to be anonymous.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I wanted to change my name to anonymous, but I don't see how to do it. I'm logged into my own version of Padlet. Okay, so while we are putting some more comments, please. That's great. Try not to speak too fast. Yeah. Someone is thinking about who would like to volunteer for their team to present the elevator pitch. Is there someone else, some other team ready to go?
Yeah, I think Pam can present as well.
Super. Let's get Fam turn on. The presenter can turn on the webcam.
Yeah, is there any opportunity we can share our screen?
No, you're in an elevator. You don't have a screen.
Oh, okay.
Right, or you are standing next to the chairman of the scientific committee at the registration desk. So you have only your words.
Okay.
Okay, Christoph, you're getting the 90-second timer. Christina, starts now.
Okay, so we are a team, FAM from Adencia, France, 5 international students who joined the FoodFactory-4-Us competition. And we decided to look into African countries, which has a really huge issue with post-harvest food. We have one team member from Nigeria, Emre, and so he was our link to farmers and the agriculture field in Nigeria. So we did our research, we talked to the farmers, and now we know that there are lots of vegetables and fruits lost in post-harvest stage. And I am working with probiotics. So I offered the idea to apply those probiotics to create probiotic foods, and at the same time to help to increase the biodiversity. So we don't lose crops and vegetables in Africa by providing them and preserving them using fermentation and probiotics. So our project is Reverse and Diverse, the name of our project, and the main stakeholders are farmers, Nigerian people, and NGOs, which is the link between us and the Nigerian people. Should I continue because my timer is up? Oh,
yeah.
Catherine, you're muted.
Catherine, you're muted. Yeah.
Muted. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I heard Christoph's timer, and I was stopping you, but I was mute. So
okay.
Some people are writing some things. Very good. Let's give some comments to Christina of what she did really well that she can capitalize on and what she can work on to have a better presentation next time that she has the chance to do an elevator pitch.
I think we should say again, was it FAM or FAM for future? Just FAM?
FAM,
yeah.
Okay, so someone wrote in FAM for future, maybe can be moved. Okay. Good, okay, so some comments there, some thumbs up. Good. I will say it's also quite a challenge to be a useful commenter, right? To say something that the person can take and use to improve their presentation, right? It's not an easy task. And I think we can have time certainly for one more. So while some more comments are coming in for Christina, is there another team who is ready to volunteer?
Hello,
Yes.
we are the food economists from India. So I
Excellent.
think we're also present.
Okay, excellent.
I start.
Very good. I'm very happy to see these comments coming in now that look like they are really useful, that Christina can improve from them. Okay, Christoph, we're ready for the 90 seconds. You
Yes.
tell Amala when to go.
I will start it right now.
So hello all, we are the team food economists from India. So our project, it aims to solve the problem of pure water scarcity and the underutilization of the biodiverse products in our country. We are aiming to achieve this goal with the help of a bio-aided water filtration system. Now, all the filtering aids that we are going to use in our system are chemical-free and natural. And they also, they usually go as waste products in food processing industries, but they have immense potential to purify water. So we thought, why don't we utilize them to filter water? And these, when compared to the conventional water filtration systems, has proved to be very much cost effective and has a potential to offer employment to the local communities because most of the raw materials we are using in our system require very minimal processing. So this is all about our project. Thank you.
Wow, that was impressive.
That was a minute.
1 minute. Excellent, Amala. That is super. Okay, so let's take a couple of more seconds and give Amala some feedback. Okay. And we can have one more team.
I think there's time enough for that.
Yeah, I think there is time for one more team. Is there another team that would like to volunteer?
Yeah, my team G-Innos is ready.
Okay, super. Please turn on your webcam.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yes, we see.
Oh yeah, okay,
Oh,
yes,
we see.
super.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I see you. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Christoph, will you give him the timer?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I will start right.
I'm sorry, I don't have the name of the team.
Chizinov.
Okay.
Oh, Chizinov, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, okay, I'm ready.
We're at start right now.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Cheese. We are the team G-Innos and our project is vegan cheese. In Vietnam, the cheese industry is undeveloped due to the lack of raw milk materials. Besides us, the trend of using nuts as well as the trend of vegetarianism is increasing. Also, Vietnam produces and exports a large amount of peanuts or cashews, but the quality of them is not high and appreciated. So we want to create a new kind of cheese product from peanuts or cashews. Nowadays, since Vietnam doesn't have an official basis to produce plant cheese and our understanding of cheese is limited, we survive local nuts and selected peanuts, which are rarely used for cheese production in the world. We also research and decide to use more than one type of microorganism, including the Lactobacillus brevis and mycostrain to ferment it. And what about the impact? A new product for the cheese and vegetarian market, providing people's knowledge and nutrition about plant cheese. The plant-based cheese will be a solution for lactose intolerance. They also provide a large amount of unsaturated fat and vitamin B12. Just and thank you for watching.
That's right on time.
Yeah, okay, great. That went
Thank you.
fast for 90 seconds because there was a lot of information.
That was a lot.
Okay, let's take a few moments now, everyone, please, to give some comments for Chizinov. Okay. I would like to listen to some others, but we are at 15:04, and so we have to come to an end of today's session. We will put this Padlet in the team, in the competition website, so that the teams who volunteered can go and look at the comments and hopefully take them in to improve their presentation. And now I turn it over to Line to close the session for us.
Thanks. Right, so as a last point for today, we would like to draw your attention to this student reflection document that you see on your screen and that you received last week by email. If you go back to the introductory webinar, we talked about and we introduced you to the 5 core competences of action learning: observation, visioning, dialogue, participation, and reflection. These are the competences that are required to improve sustainability in the agri-food and forestry systems, and that are essential for professionals to be change makers and to push the green shift. Now, during the last 3 months, we've practiced all of these core competences with you. And today we practiced visioning in the visioning exercise where we went into the year 2022, sorry. And we practiced observation when you listen to other team members' pitches, and we practiced also participation in the breakout groups and afterwards where you gave your feedback on the Padlet just now. Now, with this last online training, we'd like to ask you to reflect on this specific online training, the soft skills online training, and to consider the 6 questions in the document. These 6 questions go like this. What exactly did I see and hear? What exactly happened? What did I experience? And here we ask you to reflect both on the content of today, but also on the process in the online learning. What did I feel or think about it? What did I learn? What are the questions I'm asking myself now? What will I do to find answers to these questions? And what are the implications for my own development? Now, some of you might have kept already the reflection log, which we introduced you to in the beginning. If you did, it might be familiar for you to write and to answer these questions. We please ask you to write your reflections to these 6 questions in the document, preferably right after we end now today. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. Please return this document either just in reply to the email you received last week or to my email, lina@iseki-food.net. It's very, very important that we receive this from each of you. So you should please indicate your name and your team because we need this information because we're doing research on this in the next food project. So please send it the latest by tonight. Thanks. And with this, I think we have the last slide. We'd like to thank you very much for your active engagement as always. It's really a pleasure working with you. As I said, this is the last time we see each other before the final conference on the 18th of February. It starts at 1 p.m. Central European Time. On the website, you find the registration link, and we please ask you to disseminate, to tell your friends, your colleagues about it. Everyone is welcome. It's an open event. And as you know, we're looking very much forward to receiving your project reports and your presentations by email. The latest, you should send them on the 31st of January. And you find all the templates and the instructions also on the website. If there are any questions, you're welcome to ask them also now. Otherwise, send us an email. We're happy to help you. Okay.
Well, that was really great. Look forward to seeing everyone in a couple of weeks at the final conference.
Yes. Good. Then I think we can say goodbye and see you on the 18th of February.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.